Hey guys, welcome back to a terrifying tale of an old doll that is discovered by a young girl named Sarah. Sarah always had a fascination with forgotten places, which is how she ended up in the attic of her grandmother's old house one afternoon. It was dark, dusty, and filled with objects that hadn't been touched in years. She wasn't sure what she was looking for, but something caught her eye. Sitting in a corner, covered in cobwebs, was an old porcelain doll. Its eyes, those cold, glassy eyes, seemed alive, almost like they were following her every move. She hesitated, a strange feeling creeping over her, but her curiosity got the better of her. She carefully picked it up, brushing off the years of dust that had settled on its cracked, delicate face. The doll was old, maybe even older than her grandmother, and its features, though worn, were strangely captivating. Without thinking, she decided to take it home. That night, as the house grew still and quiet, Sarah lay in bed, staring at the doll. It sat motionless on her nightstand, but she couldn't shake the feeling that it was watching her. She laughed at herself, trying to push the thoughts away. But then, faintly at first, she heard something, a whisper. She sat up, heart racing. The sound was coming from the doll. She strained to listen, thinking her mind was playing tricks on her, but the whispers grew louder. They weren't clear, but they were unmistakable. Someone, or something, was speaking. The voice was soft, almost pleading, but it sent a chill down her spine. She leaned closer, her breath shallow, and the whispers took on words she could finally understand. The doll was telling her about someone, a boy, a brother. Sarah froze. She didn't have a brother. Her parents never mentioned one, and she had always assumed she was an only child. But the doll spoke with such certainty, telling her stories of a sibling who once lived in her home, who played in these very rooms, and who, one day, vanished without a trace. The next day, the whispers were all she could think about. She couldn't stop hearing the doll's voice in her head, its chilling tale replaying over and over. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah went digging through her family's old records, searching for any hint of the brother the doll spoke of. And then, she found it, an old photograph, yellowed with age, of a boy standing in front of their house. The name on the back was unfamiliar, but the boy's eyes were unmistakable. They were the same as hers. Sarah's blood ran cold. Could it be true? Had her parents hidden something from her all these years? As she dug deeper, she uncovered an old newspaper clipping, a missing persons report. The boy in the photo had vanished when he was just 8 years old. Her parents had never mentioned it. No one ever had. The doll's whispers grew louder that night, more insistent. Sarah was no longer just curious, she was terrified. The doll spoke of dark things now, of shadows that took the boy, of secrets her family had tried to bury. But with each question she asked, the doll became more alive, its eyes gleaming in the moonlight, its porcelain surface almost warm to the touch. As the days passed, Sarah became more and more isolated. She stopped answering phone calls, stopped going out. The world beyond her room no longer seemed real. The doll's voice filled every corner of her mind, whispering secrets, telling her things she didn't want to hear. It wasn't just about her brother anymore. The doll spoke of other things, things that had been waiting in the shadows, waiting for someone like Sarah to find them. One night, Sarah woke to the sound of laughter, soft but menacing. The doll's voice wasn't pleading anymore. It was demanding, controlling. Sarah tried to leave, but the doors wouldn't open. She was trapped, just like her brother had been. The doll had taken him, and now it wanted her. In the darkness, Sarah realized what the doll had been all along, a vessel, a conduit for something much older, something that fed on the lost and the lonely. And now, there was no escape. The whispers had pulled her in, just as they had pulled her brother. The next morning, the house was silent. Sarah was gone, just another whisper in the wind, another secret swallowed by the darkness.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed this story, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Share your own scary encounters in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay scared and keep the chills coming, right here on Scary Numbness.